So, you sure sitting out here in the middle of a snowstorm just for this next part to start was a good idea, Logan?
Oh,
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm perfectly fine for this. I'm my peak element. Watch as I do this watch as I do this intro. Sometimes not even seeing what I'm doing, because I will say because the game is already aware that we've just come back to ground zero. It will automate some of this, but yep, that about explains our story. I guess Matt, I guess you're gonna have to explain to Hype how we even got in this situation.
Hi. You're probably wondering how we got here. Yeah, so, you were in the last part, were you?
yeah, I had to duck out early because I need food.
Oh, good. Basically what happened is, they had to catch this one train, mainly because, not only did they have the dagger, but they also had, Drake was more concerned about saving, Chloe. And so, he tried to do all that. Unfortunately, Drake got shot in the stomach, and as they're trying to escape.
By that Flynn guy.
Yeah, by the Flynn guy. And then Drake decided, like, if I'm going to go out, I'll take these fuckers with me. And he noticed a bunch of barrels at the side, shooting one of which obviously blew up the crotch of one guy.
Ow.
Definitely.
You'll see.
He jumped
You'll see.
He jumped at the wrong time.
Yeah. But no, yeah, and now Drake woke up and on the side of the train. So yeah.
I mean, hey, you know what? He could have been worse. He almost could have had his dick chopped off, like Eggman's was.
Oh god.
I also I remember that, but that was a little bit early. Anyway, I also just noticed that yeah, watch as Drake climbs up all this stuff without once. All right, then that's right. Then I got flung out because of that seat. Watch as he climbs across this metal without cutting his hand a single time, which. With metal being warped like that, I feel like there'd be at least some jagged edges.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah,
you know
definitely.
You know what's funny? Like, just going back to, like, the Sonic 2 thing real quick. I guess I don't have to worry about spoilers, because it's, like, well out by the time this goes public. I didn't take into account that let me just say. I didn't take into account that the giant blade would have, like, chopped his dinghy off, because I was more focused on the fact that it had the intense close-up of his mustache hairs barely being grazed by it.
Oh yeah, the trailer shot.
Oh yeah.
Which, I mean, to be fair, that is exactly what that was pretty much the joke. He was about to say his dick, but then he put more focus on his mustache, which, I mean, yeah, that mustache is, it is nice that they were able to translate so well into a movie space.
I like the transformation he's undergoing. Now they just need to have him put on 600 pounds by the third movie.
Actually, they did say that, Jim Carrey said if he does return, he does want to do that.
Right.
Yay.
Which they should. I mean, again, I think that would be a perfect send-off for the guy.
Yeah.
You know, I just had, like, this dumb thing in mind. Like, let's say for the sake of argument, he does return in the third film. But they make it so that, like, you don't see him for the longest time. But then he appears in the final act with the fat suit. And it's like, Stone's like, you're back! And Sonic's like, you're fat!
That'd be funny.
Literally
There
pretty much being the literal definition of an Eggman.
Right. So, and then we already saw the trailer. You already saw the tutorial and the flashbacks, and that's how we found this sucker in the first part.
I'm honestly
the key to Shambhala.
I'm honestly shocked that they actually made us replay a good handful of that sequence again.
I mean, it's been at this point about 3 to 4 hours since you last did it. I mean, it's no Crash Bandicoot 4 in terms of a replaying level.
Okay, when you put it that way, that's a fair point.
But yeah, now we get to see where this all continued because, unfortunately, we were not the only ones to survive that train. All the important people, I guess, got off. Which I guess makes sense because all of them were ahead of the explosion, so really it would be everything behind the front cars that got screwed over.
So, just judging by how gashed up he is over there, by the end of the game, how many gallons of blood do you think he would have lost?
At least 3 times the amount of Batman's cape.
Hiya! His capes have blood.
Also, never ask Nathan Drake to give you a bear hug.
Give me a bear hug!
It doesn't go well. So anyway, so we have a stealth section, and this is the part that I was mentioning last part, James, that is, I guess I would say, if I had to just put my hands down and say this is probably the worst part of this game in terms of its conveyance to the player of what needs to be done. So, I just survived a massive train wreck, and now I'm suddenly being put against a bunch bunch of guards that are after me and who are, want to kill me, especially after what I just pulled.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, cool, see in the back there, those snow ledges? Mm-hmm. I want to get out of here. I want to get out of here with my life. So if I can stealth kill enough people to get to those snow ledges, I can escape this map and move forward with my adventure.
The game wants you to kill everybody in the sequence.
And you're going to see it. I will show it at least once. But just know that what's about to happen, Hype and James, you could literally kill everybody, except you could kill all but one dude. Maybe it's that dude on the train car all the way in the back over there who can't even see me, doesn't even know I'm here. And action roll.
Hello.
I was surprised I didn't see you there.
Nope, stealth kill.
Oh no, you
as long as it's melee, they won't hear you. I could have killed all but one person. The minute I climb this ledge,
I'm either gonna bleed out or I'm gonna climb out.
he even says I've got to climb out. They will spawn 2 people directly behind you and one-shot kill you on sight.
That's mean.
Wow.
That is, and I will say right now, that is by far the worst point of this game in terms of it just contriving a way for you to die when, by all laws of physics and, God and man, that should not have happened.
Yeah, no.
I don't know how that worked.
That it is a bullshit thing that the game does, but I will say again, Logan, you're going to have a hell of a time with the 3rd game then.
I just love that stealth. I just love that one stealth kill where it's like it's kind of like one of Joker's like stealth kills in Arkham Asylum, where it's like you kick him in the nuts so hard it renders him unconscious.
Oh man,
Damn.
I mean, honestly, the way Nate kicked him there, it looked like he should have the dude's spine should have been whacked out of shape.
Like a freaking Mortal Kombat, the zoom in, the
Exactly.
The X-ray.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Also, apologies if I sound a little bit out of it or have a slight cough. I decided to get a flu shot the weekend before, and my body's still trying to ride it out. And hello!
Oh boy.
It's freaking double donkey kick. That's another Mortal Kombat X-ray, I think. Anyway,
Yeah,
so you're supposed
unfortunately,
to kill them.
He just yelled loud enough, like, yeah.
So that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to kill the first wave, and then, you know what? I guess you're right.
Nice.
I guess kind of like Spider-Man with Insomniac, they will just spawn the next group already alerted to your presence, no matter how stealthily you did it.
Yep.
I mean, like,
But
just going back to what you were saying earlier about you being sick. First off, I do hope you get to feeling better. And second off, just judging from how you sound right now, you still don't sound quite as bad as I did when we were doing the ladder of both Returns and A Way Out.
oh, that's fair.
I mean, you say that. I'd still say the absolute worst of us was when, it was a long time ago. I know it was. I think it was a dual look at we did of Super Monkey Ball, Banana Blitz, and Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. And I also remember it happened with the Stretcher. Actually, no, I think it was with the Stretcher. No, never mind. It was with the Stretcher in Pac-Man and Galaga Dimensions. I was sicker than a fucking dog that day. And I somehow had the freaking mindset of like, I could probably still do it.
I remember why. I remember why.
I remember that.
What?
Go ahead, Matt.
I remember why I had fucking
No, go for
COVID. I just couldn't record.
Right.
I remember that, and I am glad that you recovered from that.
Almost definitely.
Knock on wood, I haven't caught COVID yet, but
I mean, look at it this way. We're kind of at a point now where, like, most people are around our age group getting COVID. It's not going to be a death sentence.
Right.
Okay, yes, but I have to note that there was one time when I thought I was going to legit die. Because my breathing was so fucking labored, I could not do, like... I could not breathe this one day. I had to force myself to breathe.
That's fair.
oh jeez.
Either way, it's still going to suck. But
Oh yeah, it was. I mean,
Also,
honestly,
this year is the final. Also, this year is the final wave. You just gotta survive against 2 shotgun armored guys.
But yeah, I was about to say, honestly, not for nothing. I feel like what I had during the tail end of those 2 playthroughs might as well have been COVID, because I don't remember ever being sick to a point where it actually, audibly affected my voice the way it did in those playthroughs.
Also, three shotgun guys, Logan.
Three shotgun armored guys.
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
You guys. Oh, you're fine.
No, the fact that
sorry.
both,
Oh my
the fact
god.
that both of us at the exact same time did the
all I got is
wait.
Pepsi.
I already
Oh,
drunk
you're
my soda.
okay. I got water.
Remind me to order some ramen later, by the way.
I'm gonna have some Raising Cane's chicken. Not
Well,
that
I mean,
I'm
like-
really
Hey,
sponsored
lucky
by
you!
them.
I wish there was a Raisin Cane's nearby.
I don't think we have one of those, but I was about to
They're
say...
they're starting to spread around. They're starting to become a little more popular, which is good.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
jeez, the blizzard, the storm is coming in.
I was about to say...
storm is coming in. I can do that voice because I'm sick. Yay!
Yes,
Anyway.
you can. But yeah, like, you talk about drinks, but ordering ramen, like, going off the drink tangent, you should have ordered Ramen instead.
No, ramune.
Yeah,
Oh,
now we can climb
Ramune.
out.
Yeah, it's Ramune.
And the game will not, and for
Phenomena.
whatever reason, the game will not try to, manifest two large men.
Oh, jeez.
Large men, specifically.
First
big
aid.
man.
Anybody got any first aid?
By all accounts, we should not have survived. By all accounts, we shouldn't have even been walking at this point, but, what's a few broken bones amongst friends?
What I wouldn't give to tap that hot piece of ass again.
Noble, James. Noble.
Again, it would be a much... at least I'd keep my hands warm compared to this.
Yeah, exactly. Just put your hands in front of her radiating buttocks.
What?
And again, remember, Matt?
Oh,
when they were having
yeah,
glow
yeah.
red, like, Anyway, we come across, honestly, a pretty chill dude.
One of the probably my favorite character in this game, honestly.
Oh, we only meet him halfway, huh?
What?
Real quick, was
Logan?
that...
Yeah.
Why did you
Okay,
sigh?
Well, what's up?
Because I don't think we ever see him in the third game.
No, we don't.
But he's a super nice guy. Anyway, you'll see him.
To be
For
fair,
now,
to be fair, okay, there actually this is a problem I'm going to bring up for the third game. Not going to
Oh.
lie.
Hi there.
Yep.
so the cool thing, which I can't say right now, because the subtitles also aren't going to help all that much, is that there actually is a YouTube video that someone uploaded where we'll learn that this man's name is Tenzin later, but everything he's speaking, a YouTuber by the name of Moon Abel has uploaded a video where they actually translated everything that Tenzin is actually saying, and it all makes sense. The game will play it up that Drake is never going to fully understand what Tenzin is saying, but it's just one of those things where we have the added context. You'll see that he's just a straight up sweetheart kind of guy.
That's good.
Yep.
And I mean, it also
Looking
again, it
after
helps
his
see that
sister.
Drake is,
daughter.
and it also helps that Drake, I assume understands a decent amount of Tibetan, and I assume he knows at least enough about our language to understand us.
Yeah, a little bit, and there'll be a little more context to explain that in just a bit here.
That's good.
For now, he is saying that he wants us to follow him.
All right.
But no, I will say as well, yeah, Tenza is probably my favorite character in this game. And yes, he does appear in the third game, but at least he's here up until the end. There's a problem I do have with Uncharted 3. Chloe and another character introduced in that game are my favorite parts of that game. They fucking straight up disappear halfway through. Like, they just are not there for the rest of the game about halfway through.
Huh.
But
Which sucks because the other guy is pretty much my favorite character in the third game.
a lot of chickens. And I know we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But I'm actually looking forward to it because A, I'll be able to uninstall this trilogy off my PlayStation already, and B, because I can finally knock it off my list of things I wanted to play for a long time. Because I mean, I'd like to say that Uncharted is one of Naughty Dog's best series ever.
I think it is personally my favorite series of theirs, and yes, I do love Crash. Don't get me wrong, but I love Uncharted.
I'm in the odd category where I still think Jack and Daxter, minus some of the later entries like Lost Frontier, which wasn't Naughty Dog by the way, but I think Jack and Daxter that series was also pretty awesome.
Like,
Yeah,
Jack
that's
to me
fair.
is a series that, like, has a good enough start, but really could have had, like, a better sense of control with, like... Honestly, that's one of the reasons why, out of the, air quotes, PS2 icons, I feel like they're the most overdue for a reboot.
Oh,
so that
hold
way
on,
they
hold
can-
on. I'm sorry. So you'll do this, but you won't jump into the fucking pool, Logan.
Notice how the pool is 30 seconds long of swimming. And
No,
that
it
was a
isn't
single button
actually. I
input.
think it's more like 10 seconds.
I
think he means waiting 30 seconds.
I'd like to walk and talk and press buttons. Sorry, back to you, hype about the Jack series.
But yeah, all I was gonna say is that, like, that's part of the reason why I agree with people in that, like, out of the PS2 icons, Jack deserves a reboot the most, or maybe, like, a remake the most, so that way they can be able to, like, go through the 3 games, but now that we have, like, the whole thing of hindsight, have like a better grip on how they want to have like a more consistent tone and story throughout the 3 games, as opposed to how much of a contrast it was from like going from 1 to 2.
Yeah, a better gradient shift would have been better than the stark left turn, slam everybody on one side of the car as you swerve that fucker around the curve.
And also to better utilize some of the plot points that they had, like for example, not forgetting about Kita in the 3rd game.
Yeah, seriously. Kira deserves so much better.
Kira, that's what I meant, my bad.
Just when I thought
Oh, hey there!
Nate.
Oh.
Oh, thank God you're all right.
Woohoo!
So apparently she
I'm sorry. I
Apparently, she followed the train
me you have
with the
some
truck
idea
after
what's
she,
going on. I mean,
came
how
back
long
on the
have I been here?
curve, because she was the one who got us
Only a
onto that
few
train
days.
hype, and somehow followed them for easily hundreds of miles, given it was a train.
You were right about Chloe.
Just don't worry, you'll reach him eventually. Just imagine him as the one thing you care about the most, and instead of Drake's
Tap
face,
your-
it's the camera's face.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
tap
that's
your
awesome.
toes 3 times once
Come on,
over.
there's somebody who's anxious to
Anywho.
meet you.
So we have someone very important we need to meet now.
Really?
So, our mysterious guest awakes.
And that
This is
is...
Carl Schaefer.
Huh.
How are you feeling?
We haven't actually know who he is or haven't exactly met him yet, but as we're going to learn, he is deeply tied to this whole Shambhala
It
business.
appears you and I have much
I can tell by
in
the
common,
apparel.
Mr. Drake.
Oh, he's been living amongst the Tibetans.
70 years ago, I came here just like you. Carried into
That
the
would make
village
you
near
like
death,
easily like 90,
the
100
last
years old.
survivor of my company.
I mean,
think I
was
took good
hired to
care of
lead an
myself.
expedition into
I mean,
the
yeah, no,
enough.
Tibetan hospitality must have done you some good justice.
What they really wanted.
Nothing that a good old husk of corn couldn't solve.
So,
Anyway.
my friend,
One husk per day!
where did you find this?
Ooh.
Borneo. Why?
This is the key to Shambhala.
It's the one object your opponent desperately needs, even if he does not know it yet.
Oh.
Oh, I think he knows.
He tried to shoot me like 5
I'm very
times for
grateful
it.
for everything you've done for me. I really am, but I'm through with all this.
Also, we learned something about this guy that, yeah.
They have beaten you, huh?
I mean, at the very least, I can say he's trying to turn things around.
Of course, no.
What?
And he, I think he ultimately did do the right thing.
Where did
Of
you
course.
find this guy?
But
Trust me, young man.
anyway.
Your ego will mend. Your
Ha, he's Nathan Drake. No,
You know,
no.
people are always telling me how lucky I am.
Nah.
But the truth is, everything I touch turns to shit.
Nate.
No, Elena, I'm done. Now, come on, I'm through playing the hero.
Your adversary will not give up so easily. He will not stop until he possesses the thing he desires.
Oh, yeah? Well, more power to him.
Power is precisely the problem.
oh,
Some of the most fearsome rulers through history have possessed only a fragment of the Chintamani stone. Men like Tamburlaine, Genghis Khan.
he said Tamerlane with a B in there. I forget who that guy is.
Also, I never would have guessed that Genghis would have been one of those tomato sort of
The
things.
stone itself.
Yeah, I suppose so. Genghis or Khan or I don't know.
This is crazy.
I'll look up who
It's got to
Tamerlane
be
is. Hang on.
what he's after, Nate.
Then Lazarevich really is a nut job. He's chasing a myth.
And what if he's not?
Elena, come on.
Oh, I mean, what if it's true? We've seen what he's capable of.
And also, we've seen
okay.
fucking zombies.
Something
Seriously, we
with your own
did that all
eyes.
like 3 years ago, Nate. You're clearly... Anyway, so Tenzin here is going to lead us to something that Schaefer believes we need to know about. Also, okay, I looked him up. So Tamerlane is actually referring to Timur, who was the leader of the Timurid Empire, a Turkish and Mongolian conqueror.
Gotcha.
He founded the empire in what is now known as modern-day Afghanistan, Iran, and Central Asia. Okay, anywho,
Hope I live to regret
At least
this.
you fact checked this time.
I Google.
Just come back in one piece.
Close enough.
Yeah. At least you decided
Go
to
get him,
actually
Tiger.
check this instead of thinking that World War II was in the
Suppose you speak
70s.
any English, do you, pal?
I don't think he speaks any English.
I
Nate.
think you might need to give him some time.
I mean, I'm sure actions speak louder than words, and I mean, to be fair, if that guy, you know, could speak pretty fluent English, yet still learn Tibetan, I'm sure he's being able to teach him a few pointers.
Especially knowing German as well.
What's it say?
Also, okay.
Why do I ask?
Why do I ask?
At the very least, Tenzin. I appreciate Tenzin. Like, he's trying to be patient and working with the clear tourist here.
Wait. Tenzin,
Was it something I
why do you
said?
need that?
Oh, you're gonna find out why he needs that in the next part.
I can hardly wait. Till next time, everybody.
Bye.
What? Are we making shish kebabs?